Let's go.
Cool. So here we are today with Jason Simard. Jason, you and I met just about a year ago, give or take, right?
Yeah, a little over a year ago or a little under a year ago.
Cool. Yeah, we this ride that I've had so far with the XP has been great. And Jason, I mean, you were one of the pinnacle people that really helped me see the light. I appreciate you jumping on this Zoom with me. Just have a couple quick questions just so we can get to know you a little bit better and see how we can go.
Sure,
Um,
absolutely.
so tell me a little bit about your just real estate career in general.
So I started in real estate 8 years ago, November 2015. It's crazy. It's gone really quickly. I was one of those guys that I kind of knew my superpower at a pretty early age, but I did everything but real estate until that year. So I came into this industry at a bit of a rock bottom in life, unfortunately. I was starting off from a point of like negative, not zero, but negative at that point. I'd done pretty well in my 20s. I was a bank manager at 22, worked in the financial industry for 11 years, spent a couple of years working in the internet marketing world prior to getting into real estate. So I had a really good understanding of what to do as far as lead generation goes. I had a good understanding, and I really became obsessed with conversion and systems. And so life kind of put me into a position where it's like, I got to go all in on myself. And so when I started real estate 8 years ago, I had a very focused plan, and there was no plan B for me, man. All the boats were burned, Joel, and I was like all in. Like when I say I was all in, like you have no idea how motivated I was. I
They
was
were
going to be the
diving,
hardest
right?
worker you ever seen in real estate. And I did 135 home sales my first year,
Oh,
which
wow.
is record from what I know. And what I was able to do from that is 3.5 years later, I was able to have a team and a system fully operational to where I didn't have to be in production. So I've been out of production now for, well, 4.5 years. And so I've been building up our coaching systems. We have a
Mhm.
coaching system that we coach to, and we've helped a lot of agents worldwide. And now we have over 500 agents in our global eXp organization, which has been an incredible blessing. So it really tied in well with running a successful real estate team, having the coaching company, and now having a system that we can all use those things to help other agents level up their game.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if you were to say what is your biggest key to sell 135 houses in a year? Like what did you do?
Honestly, for me, lead generation was a huge thing, right? I had an abundance of leads coming in. So because I understood lead generation and marketing, I knew where to spend my money to be introduced to new potential buyers and sellers. I also had really good communication skills, right? That I developed through years of just training salespeople, understanding processes, human psychology, communication. So I was able to kind of mirror those two things. So I had an abundance of leads coming in quickly. So I was hitting the phones, I was doing the bombs, I was doing the text, I was taking massive levels of action. So I certainly wasn't that agent just sitting back waiting for the phone to ring. I wasn't that agent that was just like, well, I'm going to do a bunch of YouTube videos and hope that this works. I had a very proactive system that I developed. Now, while I was doing online lead generation, I was also working my networks and my referrals, which was huge.
Okay.
That's a big part of our business that we were working on. And then we had a third pillar in our business, which was social media, where we're using that for more of a mind share play. So consistently every 2 weeks, I would put a video out giving value to the market consistently. Every listing that we got, we made a big deal of it. I was in the videos making sure that I was doing kind of like that crib style high-end marketing on every listing. And I just did this consistently with discipline. And so it allowed us to really make an impact in our market very quickly. And it was just staying disciplined and consistent with those three pillars, just consistency. And Joel, I was having a minimum of 20 real estate conversations every day, five,
That's
6,
huge.
7 days a week in the beginning. Like I was a madman. I had the biggest fire under my ass. Like you would never, you couldn't even believe it if you saw me. It was like insane. I had a Britney Spears headset on. I'm pacing the hallways. I was at Remax at the time, and I'm getting noise complaints every day because I'm too loud and probably one of the only guys consistently prospecting. But I was doing that because
Yeah.
I knew what was possible. And I knew that the vision that I'd set, right? The belief was already set that I was going to be a top agent. And then the
Mhm.
actions were put there because I was going to outwork everybody. So I knew my actions were that of a top agent, and then I just needed to give it time. And for me, the
Yeah.
time happened fairly quickly in this industry.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, and I've actually been through Sims Academy, and I mean, what you've put together it's an amazing program. And actually, that kind of leads me right in my next place. So for those of you that don't know, EXP is the thing that I've quickly learned from you guys, and of course my upline, is valuing that upline
Yeah.
and really tapping into the people that have been in the culture longer, that understand the business from a different way, different markets. I mean, I think that there's so many different ways that we can leverage each other's strengths. So people in your downline, like what value do they get? Like that would actually be in, both of ours.
Yeah, tons of value. I mean, proximity is huge, right? Like just being
Mhm.
able to have access to people like yourself, me, some of the other amazing people that we have in our network. That's huge. Second, we have a whole content library with 400 plus hours of training, systems, every checklist, every process that we've ever created, every scenario that you could ever come across in residential real estate. We've literally created content that you can go in at your own pace and follow and absorb. And what's amazing is you can then take that and translate that into actual results. We run webinars every single week for our group where we're giving live training to people so they can come in and really level up and take their business to the next level. So consistently giving value all the time.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, consistency is so key in this industry. Like the people that, I mean, what I found from my 10 years managing agents now are so many people, they do so many quick sales, and then they'd wait for them all to close as they're counting their checks. And then you're having that conversation 90 days later, like, oh, no, I need another sell. So having that accountability is huge for sure.
Oh, unbelievable. It changes everything.
Yeah. And we've even found like our team ourselves, like, we were resistant to scripts. I mean, I'm the first one to say it, but on the same token, like being a part of your environment and your calls with those, like we're having fun with it. So, do you want to go into a little bit on like some of the scripts that you do and like some of the classes you teach?
Oh man, so there's so many different pieces that we teach, but for example, one of my favorite scripts right now is the opportunity in the market script. How to literally go into your database right now, people that are acquaintances, people that you've known for years, haven't even talked to, and you can go and generate opportunities and start building a pipeline today without spending any money. It's a script that we've developed and that we've beta tested, and we know that it works. It works incredibly well. It will uncover a lot of opportunities. People just are lacking the communication skills. Give you an example. Yesterday, I was doing a talk in front of 150 agents. Okay,
Hmm.
I asked everybody to stand up, and then I said, okay, if you did more than 50 deals last year, please stay standing. Okay, this is a group of just random realtors, and I'm doing a
Yep.
talk. Everybody sat down except 8 people in that whole room.
Wow.
Then later I asked a question. I said, hey, I want to know how many of you work your skills and practice your skills on a weekly basis? And I asked everyone to put their hands up. You know how many people put their hands up?
One.
Eight.
All the
Eight
same.
people.
Wow.
And that said everything that people need to know there. It is insane to me that people are not working their skills, that are not taking the time to invest in themselves. You understand, if you learn how to communicate better, be able to create urgency with clients, be able to be more client centric, not only are they going to refer you more people, you're going to have a higher conversion rate. And when the market gets tough, you can still sell houses while everybody else is struggling. The reality of it is most people approach this business like amateurs. They're not professionals doing the consistent, disciplined, skilled work. And that's something that we really are big on, right? Like we're continually making sure that we have world-class agents. Our standard is world-class, not just mediocre.
Yeah. And I've noticed that firsthand, but I mean, you're so true. Like the people that are following their goals. I mean, we're 1099 employees. Like, actually, let me correct that. We're not employees. We're 1099 contractors. So really, we're business owners. And so many agents aren't treating this like it's a business. And I mean, one of our favorite quotes from our friend Justin is, "If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business."
That's right. And if you're not doing the right activities and you're not developing your skills, how are you going to get better? Right? I'm a big football guy. Do you think that Patrick Mahomes doesn't practice regularly? Do you think Josh Allen isn't practicing regularly? Of course they are.
Every single day.
Consistently, right? Drilling in like the basics and
Hmm.
just always continually adding a little complexity to their playbooks and studying that and understanding what the defense is going to be doing and anticipating things and knowing where their players are at. Well, you need to treat your real estate business the exact same way. And it's so mind boggling to me why people don't do that. And they really just come into this and they wing it. And then people wonder why there's an 87% failure rate in the first 2 years in real estate.
Yeah.
Staggering, but it's not surprising because it's not treated like a business. And this is what we do. We mentor our people so that they have everything they need, the environment, the skills, the information, the proximity, the right key players. Like, Joel, do you know how many 6 and 7 figure earners we have in our group? We have tons,
Oh
hundreds
my
of
God.
them that you have proximity to, that you get to be in and learn with and be around. That makes you better.
Oh yeah. I mean, even at the one event that you just had in Las Vegas, I met the #1 agent at eXp. And I
Yeah.
mean, that's proximity that you're never going to see. And I actually went to Miami and I met him. It was during the Bills game. I was like, hey, he said to me, he's like, if you're ever in town, look me up. And how do you not take somebody that sells almost 1,200 houses a year? How do you not take them up on that offer?
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that I picked up from him, I mean, he gave me an abundance of value. I mean, we met for 2.5 hours. But the biggest thing that I picked up from him was practically the exact same thing you said. I have a really good database. I'm always working my sphere and I'm always showing up to work. There's so many people, like I said before, like you get a couple sales and then like this is what people's careers become.
Yep. 100%.
Cool. Well, Jason, I know that I only asked for 5 minutes, and of course, when we get talking, we could definitely always talk for sure. Do you have any last golden nuggets? Anything you would like give to an agent thinking about, joining our organization?
Yeah, here's the thing, right? Like, come in with an open mind, but it's okay to have a degree of skepticism, right? Human nature is to be skeptical of things. And just to summarize it for you, you have to hang your license at a brokerage, right? You have to. Or you have to have a brokerage to be a broker, right? Either way, you have to hang your license somewhere. The reason why eXp makes sense is because instead of just being limited to one income stream, you have the ability to have four, right? There's the ability to be an equity owner in your company and earn stock for performance that you'd be doing anyways. You could be investing back into your company at a discounted rate, so you're making money on your money. The stock pays a dividend. And then if you're at all entrepreneurial and you want to help more agents, you can share the opportunity and grow a passive revenue stream that's life-changing. Like, I never have to work another day in my life just from the passive income that I earn from eXp. That's pretty amazing. I would have never had that in my entire lifetime at my previous brokerage, right?
Yeah.
So it's an agent-owned brokerage is really what it is. And so we're treated like business partners as opposed to being the profit center that funds the whole model, and then we're left with no equity stake. So it makes sense for people that have an entrepreneurial mind, for people that want an exit strategy, for people that want more for what they're doing every month. And then again, it's also the proximity, right? Like the events that we have, you're around entrepreneurs. It's not just sitting there just talking about like how many GCI checks you've got this month. It's also talking about, hey, how to be like have multiple lines of income in your life, which is really
Mhm.
cool. But if you want to learn production, this is what our group's about. Like, I'm passionate about production. I love selling real estate. My team sells 300 plus homes a year, and we love this stuff. There's nothing that makes me more passionate than helping agents perform at our craft, which is real estate, selling houses. So like that is a big focus in our group. But there's a small percentage of people that want to learn how to agent attract and how to help other agents level up. And we can help you with that too. There's definitely some support there, but I want to make it really clear to people that enter our group, like, we're here to teach you how to sell more houses, how to have a consistent, predictable business, and just have an incredible life. But more importantly, build an exit strategy so that in the future, when you don't have the energy and the enthusiasm for this business anymore, that you can go on and do other things. And that's really important.
Yeah, that's huge. Jason, it's always good seeing you, buddy.
Yeah,
Look
man.
forward to seeing you in the flesh soon.
Yeah, man. Can't wait. And dude, I'm sorry about your bills, but go Chiefs, go.
Oh man, we're not going to live that one down. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate the time. I'm sure I'll be talking to you soon.
Sounds good, Joel. Cheers, brother.
Bye, buddy. Bye.
Bye.